Well, starting with these visuals that are coming in right now, where Jallikat Festival is being organized openly, a bull can be seen with the locals, and there is a significant cop presence as well, as you can see on the screen in Tamil Nadu. This is an absolute defiance of the Apex Court order, which has banned the bull taming sport. AIADMK government looking the other way this morning, going across to my colleague Revati as well, who's going to join us in just a bit from Madurai, where protests have broken out with the locals. Look at the way right now, ritual being conducted the last day of Pongal, where Jallikat as a sport which is enjoyed by Tamilians is being held at several places in Tamil Nadu over the weekend and today as well, in spite of the Apex Court ban. The Apex Court, which had ruled last year that Jallikat is illegal, refused to intervene in spite of the Pongal window, saying that the court should not be asked to intervene. It's a very short duration as well. The observation would be seen later. The central government was also approached by the Tamil Nadu government, but no ordinance was taken this weekend. There was a hope that an ordinance could be mulled on making Jallikat legal. But these are the visuals that tell you the story of what's happening on the ground. You have the cops who are present at the spot where Jallikat Festival is taking place. A bull taming sport where locals are moving around with the bull. There's been rituals which taken place, and you can spot cops among the crowd. This is an open defiance even as a state government which is bound by the Apex Court to ensure that law and order is upheld, the ban is upheld. Pramod, my colleague, is joining us on the story. Pramod, this is what we've seen through the weekend. The impunity with which the law is being broken, the state government going after the vote bank politics rather than upholding the law and order.
That is very true, Devina. You can call this vote bank politics, or like somewhere where the oppression, people have come together. This time the crowd is not like a political crowd, as you mentioned earlier. So the state government is having real trouble how to control them. And social media is also playing a very important, crucial role. As in 2 days, as such messages have been forwarded through WhatsApp and Facebook, where people have been asked to come together on the note to save the tradition. They want to say they are depicting that saving Jallikattu is the only way to save the Tamil tradition, and that is why so many people, you can see such a huge crowd. Normally in Alanganallur, every year there will be much crowd for Jallikattu, but this time it was like triple the crowd, and the police are having real trouble to control the crowd because they do not expect so many people to be there, present there at this point. And not just that.
Pramod, the point is, these are the visuals that are coming in this morning from Madurai. You have significant cops presence on the ground, but still locals are being allowed to get away by defying the Supreme Court ban. Let me go across to my colleague Revati as well in just a bit, but let me also ask you this, Pramod, that how is it different from last year? Because when Jayalalitha was at power, there was ban that was still imposed in Jallikat. We did see that there were revelers who were trying to defy the law, but not at such a large scale that we've witnessed this time.
Well, what happened last year is that when Prakash Javadekar was the environment minister last year, a day before Alanganallur Jallikattu, what he did was that he brought in a law saying Jallikattu is permitted. So people had preparations, everything done, and they were really happy that Jallikattu will be conducted on that particular day until that period when Supreme Court once again, a case was filed by AWBA, Animal Welfare Board of India, which once again brought in a kind of a ban stating that if Prakash Javadekar is supposed to bring any kind of amendment to the rule, he should consult with the AWBA president and vice president. And that is when the Supreme Court once again banned it. And even after all preparations were done.
Pramod, be with me. I want to cut across right now to Reti, who's joining us from the ground in Madurai, where protests were taking place just a short while back. We're also, Revati, can you take us through what's happening around you? We can see significant presence of locals in the other part of Madurai, though, even as cops are present. Bull taming sport is still being held.
Well, Divina, we bring you live visuals from here in Alanganallur village in Madurai, and just few minutes before, the locals said that they will go ahead and openly defied the court ban, and just about 5 minutes ago they just let loose a bull amongst this crowd that is here. And on the other side you can see there are policemen deployed, but they were helplessly standing and watching the locals let loose their bulls. Now in a crowd like this, they've gathered to protest, they're shouting slogans and holding banners, but they had suddenly let loose the bulls that they had brought outside their homes for puja purposes, because it's on the festival day. The police cannot ban them from taking out their bulls because worshipping the bulls is legal. That was the kind of justification that the police are giving. And now, whether you call this Jallikattu or not, it is dangerous. There are a group of people standing here protesting, and amongst them, the bulls are being let loose. Now, the policemen on the other side are getting set for perhaps a lathi charge as well. But once they let loose a bull, what can even the policemen do? They cannot lathi charge a bull. The protesters, the kind of preparations that they've had is such that they can manage a crowd, they can manage the protesters, but they have not. It is very clear from the visuals as well that they were not prepared enough to handle the situation. If the locals had let loose a bull, which is what happened here just 5 minutes ago, they just let loose a bull and it ran around, even hurting some of the media camera persons here, Divina, damaging their equipment as well. The locals may be able to control the bulls, the locals may be able to tame the bull, but there are several others here who are outsiders, who are policemen. They will not be able to control bulls. So that is the kind of limitations that the police are also facing here. So there is definitely a lack of preparation to handle the situation that we saw through our visuals that we played out just a few minutes ago, Divina.
All right, Revati, as we've been reporting it since morning, there's a significant build-up of the protesters and locals in Madurai, and this will continue through the day as well. But take us through what's happened on the weekend, because on the weekend, in spite of the cops' presence on the ground, there have been organizers who have come out with Jallikat Festival being organized in spite of the cops' presence.
Now, Devina, a place like this where I'm standing, this is a sensitive area. This is a location where Jallikattu takes place. Usually there was no ban in place. Now, first 3 days of Pongal during the weekend, 3 consecutive days, the locals went ahead and defied the ban, and the Jallikattu was not held in places like these where there was police deployment. The Jallikattu was held in remote locations away from the city where even large vehicles couldn't pass. They had to bring in their bulls at 4 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning without outside the vigil of the police. That is how they brought in the bulls, and they organized this sport in a small way with just 5 or 6 bulls. Traditionally, it is organized with thousands of people gathering and hundreds of bulls brought in, but they organized in a small way in different places as isolated incidents in different places in remote locations. But today, the last day of Pongal, they have gone out and dared to do it in public in the presence of police. That is the difference that we are seeing. During the weekends, they had ensured that they had done it in remote locations outside the police purview, outside the city areas where police were deployed. But today, they have gone ahead and let loose bulls right here in the presence of policemen as the policemen stood watching helplessly, Divina.
You have the AIA-DMK government with a new leadership, but Jallikat ban has been in place for the past 2 years. How is it different from Jaya's regime? Were the laws openly flouted with such impunity by such a large scale of locals then as well?
Well, Divina, remember in Tamil Nadu, irrespective of the political parties, all of them are for Jallikattu. They have tried to bring in laws that would revoke the ban as well. But as the government, as the ADMK government, as a government, they have to ensure law and order. But as parties, they are all for Jallikattu. Remember, a lot of celebrities also coming out in the open. Kamal Hassan telling here on India Today's South Conclave that if Jallikattu is banned, then biryani must also be banned. That is the kind of support that the locals are also getting from celebrities, from the parties, and there's a lot of vote bank politics as well in this, because the entire Tamil Nadu wanting to hold a traditional festival with a very minority population going against it. So bringing a revoke in the ban, taking out the ban would be a gesture that would please the public as well. So it is definitely eyeing the vote banks as well, but they have been unsuccessful, and the locals have openly expressed their disappointment with both the state and central government as well as the courts, saying that their sentiments were not heard, their sentiments were not taken into consideration. celebration, and the ban is in place for the third consecutive year. They have told on record to us earlier as well that last 2 years they had obeyed the law and order. They had waited patiently, but even the third year they did not receive a favourable verdict. They have not got any kind of support from the central or state government, which is why they have gone ahead and defied the ban. Definitely they agree that it is not the right thing to do. They agree that it is illegal to conduct Jallikattu in spite of the ban. But even then they have gone on record saying that we had no choice, but this is what we are going to do, and we are ready to face the consequences.
But did the state government...
No fear.
Revati, did the... Revati, did the state government fail to read the situation on the ground? Because if I look at the scenes behind you, you have more number of supporters and locals protesting for Jallikat and a handful of cops who are deputed at the spot.
Like the SP of Madurai told India Today the other day, there are 2,000 policemen deployed across Madurai district. Now, whether that is sufficient or not is a question. The SP says it is sufficient. These many policemen are sufficient to control this crowd. But we have clearly seen that that is not enough. There is a limitation from the police side in terms of number, in terms of preparation, in terms of how they have handled the situation as such, which is very evident. But they are not agreeing to it. They are refusing. They are deciding to look the other way, saying that there has not been any organized Jallikattu as such. They are saying that they have been successful in stopping people and they have been successful in arresting people who have been arranging Jallikattu, but that's not the case. Whether it is a extravagant Jallikattu that is taking place or just letting loose bulls amongst the crowd, it is equally dangerous. Now, whether they can stop a crowd like this from peacefully protesting, shouting out slogans, that is again a challenge. Unless the protesters turn violent, the police cannot do anything because they have their right to protest peacefully as well, as long as they're holding slogans. But when they let loose a bull, the police have no clue what to do. We have seen that in the visuals as well. They are standing there helplessly watching because any time a clash could break out between the locals and police, and clearly the police are outnumbered here. Even if there's a lathi charge that goes on, the entire situation will just turn violent. But there is no peaceful way of controlling this crowd is what we can gather from this venue, Divina.
India Today, the only team on the ground reporting on the Jallikat fight from Madurai, where the Supreme Court ban has been openly flouted. Revati, thank you for joining us. Pramod, thank you for joining us as well. Continue tracking the story.